Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be speaking to you guys about a very important topic, and that is kind of surrounded by taking control of your life and taking control of your dreams, your ambitions, what you want to do, and just everything in that kind of realm. But now my camera is flashing that it's about to die. That's just great. Let's see how much we can get through before it dies. Okay, so I'm sure we've all heard people, our moms, friends, everyone say this to you once, twice, or probably like a few times in your life, that the world doesn't revolve around you, or no, we can't do that because the world doesn't revolve around you, blah, 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 blah. We always hear this term, the world doesn't revolve around you. Siofi said the most legendary comment. I think someone had said that, and then she goes, well, yeah, it does. My world does revolve around me. Or she said it in some sort of term like this, and it really got me thinking. But I do have to give credit to Siofi for this thought pattern, because it kind of instilled this other thing in me that made me think about it more, and that's what I want to talk about today. So I have some notes here about the idea of the world revolving around you, and why the world actually does revolve around you. So I want to firstly start with the idea of when people say to you the world doesn't revolve around you, depending on what the matter of the subject is or what it is they're referring to. I feel like what it does is it really shuts down someone's individual importance. So saying, blah, 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 you are just not that important, so be quiet. The idea that Siofi and I were kind of talking about is that the world literally does revolve around you. Your world revolves around you. So, and you know what, the thing is that the only world that you have is your world. I will never be able to experience someone else's world. I'll never be able to understand what someone else's world is like. The only world I really do have is my own world. And like, you really have to think inwards about this. It's about the world that you experience within your mind, within your body, the feelings you have, the people you encounter, and all of that stuff. Okay, well, so my camera literally just died then, and I went to go and find my charger because I was just filming on my vlogging camera, and I misplaced the charger for the whole camera. So I'm filming on my big camera now, so the quality is actually probably a lot better. I don't know why I don't just film on my big camera, but oh well. Let's just kind of get back to what we're talking about, and I actually just rewatched the footage of what we just watched, and I just want to emphasize before we continue that when I talk about the idea of the world revolving around you, okay, obviously the world, entire world, does not revolve around your one only existence, and that everything should be catered to for you and blah blah blah. I mean that your world and the world, which is all we know as our truth, is our world, revolves around you. Just wanted to clear that up. I'm sure it made sense, I'm just clarifying. Your world is the only world that you're ever gonna have, and it is extremely important to be compassionate, to be caring for other people, and to be considerate and helpful and kind, blah 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 blah. But why do we always put our dreams, our ambitions, what we truly want on hold for everyone else all the time? We are brought up to be slaves for everyone else besides ourselves. We're brought up to compliment others and not compliment ourselves. I love looking after people and helping people as much as I can, but why do we do that and then never think, maybe I should do that for myself? Like, I think having those aspects is so important, but giving back to yourself equally as much is just as important. A lot of the time we put our happiness on hold so that we can follow out someone else's vision for how they see our life and how they want our lives to unfold. Parents, friends, other family members, or even schooling. So it's something we all do. It's our social conditioning, the way that we're brought up, everything. But what that then ends up doing is that it's ingraining fear into us, because then when we finally do really get frustrated that we're not doing what we truly love or what we really want to be doing for our own happiness, is that we have so much fear of judgment then, and it's just this really, it becomes so much harder to then follow through. When you finally get to a point you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I love, I'm gonna put myself first once, it becomes a huge, horrifying, big battle to go up against, and it becomes harder than what it should be, or at least our mind makes it feel harder than it should be. Why do we get so caught up in the idea of judgment and in all of that? And obviously it can feel hard and it can feel scary, but the thing is that I kind of came to the conclusion was, and I still remind myself of this when I start judging myself or comparing myself to other people or the path that I've chosen for my life. I really don't know what is going on with this camera. I just had to stop it because the whole thing fogged up. I don't know what is going on with technology today. When you are on the path to taking control of your life, you cannot pay attention to the people that are bringing you down or judging you. It's just like having a bully in school. When they say something mean to you and you react, that's how they get their kicks. So someone that is judgmental, if you pay attention to their judgment and you let them stop you from doing the thing that you're trying to project or do, they take that as the biggest kick because they're like getting so much satisfaction over the fact that you are caring so much about what they think. Think about it like when I started YouTube and I had so many people be quite rude to me about it and they picked on me for it. They were horrible about it, but I was committed to the vision that what I wanted to do in my life path. I knew that I wanted to help people and that I wanted to have a really creative outlet, and the way that I could do that was through YouTube. It enabled that for me to open up other opportunities for me. So sometimes the path you take to get to the destination that you want can be something that you don't expect. I would have never expected to have done YouTube, to then do acting, to then do presentations and public speaking, and just in general trying to like promote positive messages and stuff. But that's the path that was planned out for me. And now that I can realize that this is my life, this is my world, I have to do things that suit me and gonna work for me, and then in turn I can help people and I can be a good human in this world and I can follow out my path, because this is my journey. Like, if I had have listened to everyone else and put everyone else first in my life, I wouldn't be sitting here making this video for you right now, which in turn might actually help you go out and live your life properly and inspire a thought in you that you've never had before. You know what I mean? So everything is just so intertwined. But I guess when I think about this, I think of the idea that in airplanes they always say put on your safety mask before you can help others. If you're breathing well, you can help a young child or an infant next to you. Instead, if you help them first, you might die. Like, it's such a morbid way to put it. Like, obviously that's such an extreme, but like, you constantly live your life trying to please everyone around you, then you end up helping them get to a happy place, and then where are you left? You're not doing what you love, you're stuck in a town you don't want to be in, and it's just, you limit your entire life when your life could be just everything that you dreamt of and better. Because the thing is that you have to understand is that we don't like to acknowledge the fact that magic is real and that your dreams can actually come true. And I'm here to tell you that they don't just have to be dreams. Have the biggest dream ever and just chase it down. Like, you're capable of anything at all. Using your ego for the right reasons, so to boost your confidence, and to sometimes I'll even tell myself, like, I'll be really egotistical in my own mind to myself, just as like a little trick to make myself feel more confident. I'll just be like, you're killing it, like, you're doing amazing things, you are the greatest person, like, you're surrounded by incredible people, you're so lucky. And it's almost like gratitude for self, and just like being really like extra and kind for yourself for once. It's not really about, it's not ego in terms of I'm better than this person, or I need to go out and do this so that it makes this person feel like shit. So you need to be really careful about the way that you let your mind view people and view yourself. Maybe ego and stuff like that is another video, because it's not exactly what I'm trying to tie in, but everything links up. This is what I mean. That's why I babble, because I'm like, everything links up with everything, and it has to do with self-love, and it has to do with stuff. So I have a few videos already up that talk about stuff like this that all builds on each other. So I think if you haven't already seen my self-love video, go and watch that, because I still think that is step one to anything that you do with any of this self-development, taking over your life, world domination. Yeah, hopefully this helped you kind of just get some power in yourself and stand your ground, and don't let people decide your life path for you. You know in your heart and soul what your calling is, and if you don't know it yet, you will find it. But if you continue to let people boss you around or tell you what's right for you to do, it's going to be harder to grip it and confidently be able to execute it. I actually found this quote that can nicely summarize this video for us that I really loved. I found it on Tumblr today, and it says, never be bullied into silence, never allow yourself to be made a victim, accept no one's definition of your life, define yourself. So, as I said, this is what I mean by the world revolves around you. You are the only one in your world, you are the only one that's ever going to understand how your brain works and the journey you are going to embark on. And you're the only one that's going to be able to experience all of the joys and the successes and the downfalls and the sadnesses that you have. Obviously, people play into it, but they're also focusing on their own life. So take charge of your life. Go out and live it to the absolute fullest and just live for moments that make you feel like it's a dream world, because we are technically in a dream world. We don't actually know what's real, what's not. If we want to get really crazy conspiracy theory on this, but like, you want to just wake up and like be happy and like love what you're doing. So I encourage you all just to take steps on doing that. And if anyone ever says to you again, the world doesn't revolve around you, you can be like, well, actually. But make sure you're being kind and considerate to everyone around you, and you're spreading love and you're spreading positivity, and good things will come to you. Good karma will come back, and remember that everything happens for a reason. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so sorry about all the lighting mishaps and everything that went wrong. Yeah, I would love to get some conversations in the comments flowing about if you've kind of taken a step in your life to do something you love. What is it, or how do you want to, what's your plan for the first step you want to take to living your dreams and just taking charge of your world? So yeah, I love when you guys all kind of chat down there, and I'll get down there too. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.